Hey, it's Notebook Tech HD, and today I'm going to be going over the Acer Aspire Nitro Black Edition VN7-591G-77FS. I left a link in the description below to get a great deal on this model, so be sure to check that out. And you can also check out user reviews and see what other people are saying about it. So this model is running an Intel Core i7-4720HQ. And this is a very powerful high-end processor. It has turbo boost up to 3.6 GHz with a base clock speed of 2.6 GHz. And it's a quad-core processor, so it's great for multitasking. And as you can see with the CPU benchmark.net scores, it's right up at the top with 8,228 score, just above the 4700 MQ. So performance is not an issue with this processor. It can run any high demand application, and it's great for gaming as well. So there's also 16 GB of DDR3 RAM, so you can handle some very heavy multitasking, running multiple programs and games at the same time without taking a hit in performance. So 16 GB is great for high-end users that might be running virtual machines that take up a lot of RAM, and most games have a minimum requirement of 4 to 8 GB, so you have plenty of RAM for gaming. So the GPU is running the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 960M. This is a high-end GPU. This is one of NVIDIA's latest mobile GPUs. As you can see in the benchmarks, it can run GTA 5 on high settings at 43 frames per second at a 1080p resolution. Battlefield Hardline 50 frames per second at 1080p. Dragon Age Inquisition 40 frames per second at 1080p. Far Cry 4 73 frames per second on medium settings with 720p. 36 frames per second on high settings at 1080p. And finally, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare 50 frames per second on high settings with 1080p. So as you can see, with gaming performance, you're looking at medium to high settings smoothly on most games. One thing I really like about this model is it has a 1TB hard drive for storage, so you can store all of your media, music, and games. And it also has that 256 GB solid state drive, so you get very quick boot up times and snappy performance in the operating system. And for anything installed on that solid state drive, you're going to see extremely quick load times as well. So notable features, there's a 15.6 inch IPS display, so you get those wide viewing angles and more accurate colors. So for gaming, it is great to have that IPS display. And it also has a 1080p resolution, so you get that high pixel density. If you're a multitasker, you're going to want a higher resolution because you can just see more pixels on the screen, and that means you can have more windows open, and it just really increases your workflow. It also has HD webcam, and it also has a backlit keyboard, which is pretty much a must, and it's a standard for gaming laptops. So this laptop weighs 5.3 pounds, which is on the lighter end for a 15.6 inch gaming laptop. These typically weigh over 6 pounds, and some of the Alienware laptops even weigh above 9 pounds. So as for the weight, it's very portable for a gaming machine. The design is also very sleek looking in my opinion. It's only 0.94 inches thick, and it has that sleek finish, and some of the parts are aluminum, which even makes it look higher quality than a lot of other laptops that seem to look cheap with the plastic materials. Battery life is just average with this laptop. It's 4 hours. Obviously this depends on what you're doing. There's no optical drive on this model, so you're gonna have to get an external drive if you need to install older games that have that disc. Otherwise, most people don't really need an optical drive these days. There's 3 USB 3.0 ports and an HDMI port as well. So to conclude, I really like what I'm seeing with the Acer Aspire V15 Nitro Black Edition. It has that sleek design going for it. It's really portable for a gaming laptop, and performance is just not much of an issue here. You have 16 GB of RAM and a high-end processor, and the GPU is great for running medium to higher demand games. Be sure to check out the link below in the description to get a great deal on this model, and you're also going to want to check out the user reviews and see what other people are saying about it. I hope you found this quick overview helpful.